Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Thursday show. In case you missed it, this is the show where we normally talk about what's happened on during the week. Tonight we're going to do something special that we've never done. We're going to actually have a guest, have an actual co-host on tonight's show. You guys are familiar with him. He's been on here before, talking about Joe Wentz from Joe Wentz Project TV. We're still going to do the normal stuff, still talk about the normal things, answer your questions, things like that. But we're going to mix some Joe in with it. I think he's going to play a few songs for us, things like that. So, all in all, it should be a pretty fun night. So, let's talk about this week a little bit and say hello to some people. I think he's still warming up in the bullpen. Uh, so, this week, I didn't have a Tuesday show. My pre-pass came in and I got the elite one, the big white box that has the pre-pass and the toll transponder for all the states in it and things like that. And it came by UPS to the house, so I had to get a load home and pick that up. And I got home and I was just so busy that we weren't able to put out a Tuesday show. So I canceled the Tuesday show. Then Wednesday morning, I just spent one night there, went and picked up a load, got up by Hale Center, if anybody knows where that is, about 25 or 30 miles north of Lubbock, blew a trailer tire, had to return to Love's, get a trailer tire. They ended up putting two on. The owner likes to do a side-by-side type deal. And so it delayed me. I ended up driving all night last night. I got here at I'm in Colorado right now. Got here at like 4 in the morning, 3:30, 4 in the morning. And that's why I look like death walking. I slept a couple hours and then fired up the camera and got ready for tonight's show. Now, I'm not going to be driving tonight, as you can imagine. I'm going to get a load in the morning, and I've actually got a load in the morning going up to Montana for it's a two-stopper with Sunday deliveries. So I hate multi-stop loads, but it was kind of slim pickings, and that's what I say about trucking. Sometimes you got to be willing to do A, things that other drivers don't want to do, and B, things that you don't want to do. We'd all love to stay south of I-40 all the time, or just run 3 or 4 states around our house. And there may be opportunity and times when you can do that, but you got to be willing to go to some of those places that you normally wouldn't go. And I use the example of the Northeast. I hate going to the Northeast, but for the right load and the right conditions, I'll go up there. And so let's say hi to a couple of people that's in here while we're kind of getting warmed up this morning or this evening. See if I don't even know if it's morning or evening. These are the fun shows to do, because when my brain's kind of half out of it, I never know what I'm going to say. So I'll probably say something tonight that I'm having to re-explain tomorrow morning. And so let's see who else we got here. Hey, Colby actually made it in early. That's awesome. A guy that I've heard a lot about, the man, the myth, the legend. Snore Lord is here. We've got some mutual friends. We've never met or had any conversations on the phone or nothing like that, but I've heard a lot about him. Good guy from what I hear. And Wesley Baxley's here. Hey, Wesley, thanks for coming in. Joe Wentz has a big announcement tonight, so when we bring him on, I'll tell you about some of his announcements. I'm going to go ahead and steal his thunder and do a couple of his announcements for him. He got a new truck at work. He drives a day cab, a local guy pulling milk, but he got him a new truck, or at least he had one in his video. And the announcement that I'm most excited about is that he has started his trucker series again, which are some really well produced, high quality day in the lifestyle videos. And I look forward to him. He usually puts out about one a week. And so it's a good deal. I'm glad he brought it back. He had canceled it, and he took a poll on his channel and said if he got so many thumbs up that that he'd bring it back, and he brought it back. I'm glad to see it come back. And then when we bring him on in a minute, when he's ready, we'll do his third announcement that I don't even know if he's aware of yet. Hey, Todd, hello from Bentonville, Arkansas. Yes, sir. Been there many times. Speaking of that, I got a couple more announcements to make. You guys, there's a guy that I know through the channel here that is looking for a local or regional driver in the Nashville area. He's got nice equipment. He's trying to grow his fleet. I think he's looking for a second driver right now. He's willing to work with you on what your needs and wants are. Be reasonable with him, but I mean, he's open-minded. Seems like a pretty flexible, reasonable guy. If you live in the Nashville area and you're looking for something, either regional or local where you're home every day, or he said he would even consider OTR for the right person. It is going to be a sleeper truck that he has. Get in contact with me. My email's in the little ticker at the bottom of the screen. Also, Joe Wentz's information is there. If you want to get a hold of him, Trucker CFO's information is there. And also, if you want to get a truck like mine, the salesman's cell phone number's down there. You can give him a call and he can get you set up. Right before I came on the air, I was getting him in contact with a guy that was looking for a truck. So they've definitely got a lot of trucks, and they can definitely help a lot of people if that's something you're interested in. Hey, Gary Cook's in the house. Glad you're here, Gary. American Trucker. I don't have your phone number or something, but somebody emailed me earlier today and was wanting to talk to you. They're watching right now. They're driving. But if you want to email me your phone number or email or anything like that, I'll get you in contact with this guy. He's been talking to your company, but he's been talking as a lease purchase, and he kind of wants to talk to you more about the company side of things. So if you're interested, shoot me an email and I'll get you two in contact. Good evening, Todd. Can't wait for the show. I think it's going to be a good one. Take care. I hope you can make lots of money. You need a break. I really do. You know, I was telling my uncle right before I came on too. I've made pretty decent money, but it seems like you get $2,000, boom, there's $2,000 worth of bills. You get $800, boom, there's $800 worth of bills. It seems like lately you spend it as fast as you make it. And I said that in a video the other day, and it sounded like I was criticizing the company where I was at, and not at all. It's been great. I love where I'm at, but man, I blow money like a rock star right now. I didn't realize how far behind I was on bills. My good friend John Toohey made it in. Good deal, John. Tonight's going to be a good show. We got Joe Wentz on. He's going to play some music and talk with us and kind of answer some of your questions. I think he's still keying up his guitar. When he's ready, he'll let me know, and we'll bring him in. But yeah, if you've never checked out his channel, he has a lot of great music that he plays guitar to on there. And now he's got that trucker series back, which is awesome. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, speaking of American Trucker and the company he's with, my good friend James Stewart, you guys know him on here as Trucking with the Fly Rabbit. He also has a YouTube channel. He just put out his second video, and the first one he talked about his truck, which his truck is just amazing. And the second one, he was kind of giving a review of the company, what he thinks about it so far, how he's done. And so they've got a unique lease purchase, and I don't want to give all the details in here, but basically you do 43 cents a mile, and that covers your truck payment and all the maintenance on the truck. And if you'd like to talk to him, get some more information about that, go check out his YouTube channel. Or again, shoot me an email, and I'll get you two in contact with each other. I'm listening in Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, I'm glad each and every one of you is here. Good old Indy. It's been a little bit since I've been over there. I need to get back over that way. Christian's with us. Good deal, man. I'm glad you're here. Christian's looking for a regional Southeast U.S. Um, I could put you in contact with that guy. I think what he's looking for in the ideal situation is maybe somebody that lives in Nashville. They could come home for the weekends and he could service the truck and do everything he needs to do to it while they're at home. And then Sunday night or Monday morning, they could hit the road running again. And, it's difficult if you don't live in Nashville because then you're having to drop the truck in Nashville and, get a ride home, get back. And so I think he's wanting somebody in the Nashville area. You live 3 hours away from who? I guess I missed something. Chris lives 3 hours away from somebody. Good deal, American Trucker. I appreciate it. Okay, Joe Wentz is ready. I'm going to bring him in. Before I do, I want to tell y'all a little more about him. He came on once before, and everybody was like, "Man, that guy's great. You should have him as a co-host on the show all the time." I said, "Well, I hate to do that, but maybe once or twice a month." And so I contacted Joe. I said, "Hey, let's bring Joe on. Let's bring you on. Once or twice a month." He said, "I can't because of my work." He said, "I can only do it when I'm on vacation or time off." Then we had him scheduled to come on twice the week that I had my accident. He was on vacation. We thought we were going to get him twice. And you guys know that I canceled all the shows when that happened. Well, he found out today he didn't have a load tonight, and he got in contact with me and said he could come on tonight. So I said, "Well, why don't we just make you a co-host tonight?" So we're going to bring him on. When I get him on screen, then we'll do his big announcement that I don't even know he made. Okay, hey,
Hey man, how are you doing this evening, brother?
pretty good. So I was telling everybody, I don't know why it's echoing on my end.
I have no idea.
Let me see if I can fix that.
I have no idea.
Anyway, I'll just have to live with the echo.
It's not echoing on my end.
Yeah, that's weird.
It doesn't echo on my end. Sounds fine. Sounds normal.
You're echoing on my end too.
I don't hear anything.
Let's see.
Unless you
That
got
might fix it.
if you got some speakers on or something.
No, it's all playing through.
Yeah, you don't
Weird.
want to have no
Weird.
you don't want to have no external speakers on. That's going to
I think
feedback.
that fixed it. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh
Well, we're just gonna have to live with it.
Well, I don't want it to be messed up.
Joe's big announcement was that even though he can't, I gotta fix that. I can't even stand it. Let's try turning it. I may have to go headsetless tonight.
Nah, don't do all that.
Oh, this is crazy. Any of you audio experts in the room, if y'all know how to fix this, let's see.
I tell you what, I think it might be. It might be on my end, maybe. And if you put me in the green room, let me swap mixers here.
Okay.
And give me about 5 minutes or so.
All right, we got Joe out. He'll let me know when he's ready to come back in. Yeah, that was the first time it's ever done that. Let's see. Hey, Todd, Travis here, checking in from Kansas City. I'm glad you're here, Travis. Thanks for joining us. We'll have to hold off for Joe's big announcement he didn't know he was making. Coming into Memphis, there you go. I just talked to Charlie. I think when was it, Charlie? Yesterday. He's a funny guy. Hey, Fitzroy, thanks for being here. Yeah, everybody would. This is what's funny, Christian. A lot of guys they think this is a novel idea. In the winter, I want to stay south of I-40. So thousands of truck drivers demand to be south of I-40, and the freight rates south of I-40 drop because supply and demand. Got a whole bunch of drivers and a normal number of loads. And then those that are willing to go north of I-40, the rates usually shoot up because they can't get nobody to do it. And so I'm doing a load. I mentioned it earlier in the show when I first come on that I would never want to do multi-stop loads. I like one pick, one drop, but I'm doing it because the load paid almost twice what the rest of the loads I was seeing on the load board paid, a little over $3 a mile. And so, will I put up with an extra stop to get that kind of rate? Yeah, I will. And nobody likes it, but that's just sometimes what you got to do. Ah, okay, Chris, I should have caught that. So you're 3 hours east of him. I think that would work, but you'd just have to like. And he said you could park a car at where he wants the truck dropped, and then you could drive your car home and come back. But you're talking 3 hours home, 3 hours back. What is that every week? So you would definitely put some miles on your car. But I think this guy is going to be really good to work with. And I think the deal that James has is really good too with the company that he's leased on with. So if you're wanting to do a lease purchase, any of you guys listening, I'll get you in contact with the Fly Rabbit James. And if Chris, if you're interested in that guy in Nashville, uh, email me and let me have your phone number. I may have it, and I'll get you guys in contact, and y'all can talk about it and see if there's a deal there or not. He wants a guy that'll keep their word, show up on time, take care of the equipment, and that sounds basic, but that's harder and harder to find these days. And so I told him I'd mention you and or I'd mention him and let you guys decide. Yeah, it was echoing for me too, but since he went off, it stopped. So I'm thinking it is his mixer. He's got a lot of really expensive, high quality technical equipment that I wish I had. And my intro at the start of these live videos, he actually put that together. And so that's way above my pay grade. I could never do anything like that. Have I got the reverb going? Uh, does mine still sound bad, or did it get better since he went off? While we're waiting for Joe to come back, we're going to talk about Tim Back. There are legends in this lifetime, and then there are uh, pillars of our community. And Tim Back would fall somewhere between a legend and a pillar of our community. He's both a scholar and a legend, and a great philosopher, just a super guy. Yeah, it's better on my end. I'm not getting any feedback now. I think it was the other, but Fly Rabbit told me to turn my headset off. He may just be tired of hearing my voice. I got a part-time position doing hot shot driving in Oklahoma and Texas and North Dakota, driving a 350 diesel and hauling a 40-foot trailer, dropping pipe for an oil and gas company. Well, there you go. That ought to pay the bills. How I know you've been doing it about 2 weeks now. Are you liking it? Let's see here. I'm going to buy my first truck soon. Just a question. To get insurance and plates for the truck, do I need a DOT and MC number? No, I don't have a DOT or an MC number. And I was going to get my own plates, and just some crap happened at the last minute. But to get your own truck, you can get collision and bobtail and all that from OIDA or Seabright, or there's lots of companies that sell the insurance, and you'll just run it under the DOT number and MC number of the company you're leasing onto. Plates, you can either get them from the company you're leasing onto, or you can get your own. I recommend getting your own if you can. Reason is, if things go south between you and the company, then you don't have to give the plates back to them and get a hunter's permit to go home or to your next company. You can just give them their stuff back and leave. And so that's a lot of people think you do have to have that, and you actually don't. Good evening, Fly Rabbit. Did you just call me a jerk? No, Tim and I would like to give each other a hard time. He's hilarious. Okay, a lot of people are saying they're still getting echo, and I am not sure why. While we're waiting on Joe to come back, he's having to do a lot of stuff. I'm watching him about a week now. All right, good deal. Let us know how that goes. Is anybody else hearing echo on me? Because I can adjust some of my settings while we're waiting on Joe, but you guys got to kind of tell me what you're hearing, what you're seeing, things like that. I've got echo cancellation on. Let's see, automatically adjust. That might make it better. Did that make it better? And let's go here. How about that? Is that better? Hey, Dennis is here. Glad you made it, man. How's the audio now? Is everybody able to hear me? Are we still echoing? Well, you said talk about you, and so I was talking about you. Now, Tim has become a pretty good friend through the show, and our first phone conversation, we had a pretty good argument, but we kind of became friends over the time. Tim has no echo, so some of you that are getting echo, it could be maybe your signal, maybe something on your end. Dennis says the sound is good, and I did change some settings. John said the sound is good, so we're good. Um, if you guys got anything else y'all want to talk about, throw it up. Joe's still hooking his stuff up. I'm watching him in the green room, and as soon as he's ready to go, he'll give me a thumbs up, and we'll bring him in. I've been hearing that a lot lately. I think everywhere sucks right now. And I'm talking about companies. I like where I'm at, but man, it's tough right now. I saw loads today on the load board for 73 cents. I bid on a load. I bid 1,300 on it, and the broker told me they had 1,100 in it, and they were trying to get me to take it for 8. So you want to do simple math there. That tells you that right now brokers have about a 30% markup on their loads, or at least that broker did. Now, we could debate if that's reasonable, if that's excessive. There's a lot they do. I mean, there's a place for brokers in the world, but yeah, I was like, man, you guys bid that load cheaper than what I would even haul it for. So I ended up not taking that one. But as for Dart used to be great. They're going through some changes, and I still talk to a few people over there. But I've got it so good right now, I don't see me ever going back. It's good on your end. Good deal. I'm not saying where I'm at right now. That day is probably coming just because I heard another YouTuber do it and it really irritated me. They were like, I'm at a great company, but I'm not going to tell anybody where it's at. And I realized I was doing the same thing. I was going, oh, my boss is technically not a boss, but the owner of the company's great. I'm loving working here. Everything is working out great. The only mistakes are happening from me, and I say that I had one payroll mistake today. Should be fixed by tomorrow, but things are great. And then I'm like, but I'm not going to tell anybody where it's at, and I don't want to. I don't want to be that kind of guy. So, sometime here in the real near future, I am going to probably be revealing where I'm at if I don't get discovered at a truck stop somewhere, and somebody and have to reveal it. Yeah, like right now I'm sitting in my bunk. I got the curtains closed. So I'm a little hard to spot unless you know what you're looking for and where I'm at and things like that. Hi, here you go. Tim said The truth is, Todd argued, and I just listened to him argue. As you guys know from watching this channel, I'll argue with myself, and especially when I'm sleep deprived. So, as the show goes on, I may start arguing with myself. You never know. Hey, Ramon, thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I've already prepared this company. I was like, hey, at some point it's going to get out that I work here, whether I say it on YouTube or not. And I said, the trolls are going to call you. They're going to try to get you to fire me. They're going to make up stuff about me. And so they're ready for it. They know it's coming. But I mean, that by that point, they know me well enough to know fact from fiction. And what it boils down to, we used to have a saying when I was a kid called "get a life," and that's what some of these people need to do. Instead of trying to destroy other people, get a life. Go out with your family, enjoy your kids. Quit worrying about um, if you can destroy my life or not. But yeah, that's what I'd say about that. I don't want to shine a lot of light on cockroaches, but that's I already know their playbook and what they do, and that's fine. Now, some companies are weak kneed, and you know, they it would bother them if they got a phone call. This guy I work for, he's like a rock. He's a truck driver, still drives a truck. Got a really nice Volvo, to be completely honest. Really nice Volvo, and I was glad I got to see that truck because he has an APU on it, and the brand of APU he has on his truck was one that I had been in discussions with about bringing him on the show. I had talked to some of their really high up people, and he said, "Man, I don't like this APU at all." And based on that, I decided not to bring him on the show. Good deal, Daryl. I'm always glad when you can make it in. All you guys, I know your schedule's just as hectic as mine is, and I appreciate every minute y'all can give me in here. No more echo. That's great. It could be where I'm at. It could be the signal. I'm using LTE right now. I don't know what's going on. It's like a technical Tuesday on a Thursday. And did we get Joe back? Are you ready, Joe? Yep, he gave me the thumbs up. Let's bring Joe in. And before he starts, yeah, no echo now. That fixed it.
Okay, so there won't be no music because I got there's too many things to
Ah,
rearrange, so I can't do that. And I just if we would have done a test run beforehand, we could have maybe figured it out. But
we should have. We'll do it next time.
that's okay. That's fine.
Joe's big announcement was, you remember me saying earlier in the show that he could only come on when he had vacations or nights when he didn't have a load. Joe quit his job this morning so that he could be on the show twice a week. So Joe will be joining us every Tuesday and Thursday. And
That's news to me.
no,
That is news
no,
to me.
we're only going to get the applause. There you go. Yeah. So you're one more driver has left the workforce community in search of YouTube aspirations. But no, we're only going to get him
Lord of mercy.
You can YouTube as for those that don't know, YouTube pays like a Chinese sweatshop, and and so if if you can live on $20 a month, YouTube has a deal for you.
Yeah, that's funny. I was listening to a YouTube podcast last night coming back from my run, and it was I don't know, it just came across my phone there. I was listening to it, and it was something about the investigation of Prince. You know, Prince has been passed away for some time now, and the dude was like, "Well, I have written confirmation there was no investigate or whatever." He said, "But see, y'all would know that if y'all was on my Patreon." I was like, "There's like 3 people in the chat, man." I was like, come on.
YouTube wanted me to do that. They wanted me to do.
Oh man.
Like I forget what they call it, where your viewers get like special access and I was
Yeah,
like, I don't have
yeah,
nothing else. They'd spend $5 a month for nothing.
yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't. I just. I. You'll never hear me do anything Patreon or nothing like that. I'll never do anything like that because the thing that blows my mind is some of the bigger channels. And it's whatever people want to do, but they say, well, because of you, we can make these videos. Okay, did it cost you anything to make videos in the beginning? No, you just had your phone, and so I'm like, no, man.
It does eventually because you have to get like StreamYard and do
Well,
lives and
that's true. I mean, I have that, but I don't ask people to pay that for me. I pay for it.
big
I'm the one that wanted it, so I pay for it. But
big data plans and like I
yeah,
run 3 phone numbers but I mean not all of that's YouTube.
right,
One
right,
of them is for brokers. One of them's personal. One of them's YouTube, and then
yeah,
I got a tablet for the ELD. So,
yeah.
but there's a little bit of overhead there, but it's
It's
like
a
you
little,
said, nobody forced anybody to do it.
right.
Thinking of doing a lease purchase, but I don't trust most of the companies out there. Yeah, about 80% of leases are nothing more than a ripoff, and you just got to find one that they seem to be decent people. That one Fly Rabbit's doing it does seem pretty good. I know 1 or 2 people over there, and I think they're a pretty good outfit. And the one I'm doing is real good, but it's not a lease purchase. Do you
I
know of any
thought,
good ones?
no, sir. I don't. I was going to say I thought about that for a long time, jumping into the lease purchase game, and I have nothing against it whatsoever. I mean, it's everybody has different situations, but man, I seriously thought about it probably about 12 years ago, I guess, and because where I work it's seniority based, so the longer you're there, you'll move up the ladder and you'll get some better loads. And that was way back when I was getting, I was like, man, these hours suck. And then as the years clicked off, I was like, wow, that's about anywhere you drive at. The hours are going to be not that great, and it's going to be up and down, and that's just trucking, And it took me a while to understand that. And then I started doing some research on stuff, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. And but that was a long time ago. And I came across your channel, like I said before, and I was like, wow, this is interesting, man. And I love to hear people's viewpoints that are doing the lease purchase, because I think it's cool. And I was like, wow, they're doing it, because
Yeah, that's what
it's not the easiest thing in the world to accomplish.
I went this other route. Now I actually bought a truck, and I've got it
Right,
set to where guys can do it even with not good credit. So I don't recommend lease purchase hardly ever now, just because you can go get your own truck and go to
right,
whatever company you want, and if you don't like it, you can leave. We got to
yeah.
get Tim on real quick before he leaves. He's a big fan of yours. He said,
Tim's a good
"Okay,
guy,
I'm."
man.
Yeah, he is. Even though I talk bad about him on here, he really is a good guy. he he said, "Okay, I'm getting back on the road. Got about 2.5 hours to drive." Which, for those that for those that don't know, 2.5 hours is more than Tim drove all of last week.
Okay. Oh, God. Come on now.
but but he will be listening. Have fun, and thanks for coming on, Joe. Can't wait to see Trucker season 2.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
I
Yeah.
gotta pick on Tim while he's not here to defend himself. I'd never say these things to his face.
I had the pleasure of speaking with Tim. You sent me that text last weekend, and so you sent me his number, and I had to go do some errands in town, and so it was a great conversation, and I talked. It was a 3-way call. It was Tim, and I think James was on there as well, and you had him on your show, not long ago.
That sounds like a coup. Were y'all gonna overthrow me?
No. We were just talking and trying to get to know each other. Yeah. Christian says my mic's causing the reverb. No, it's this slider on this mixer. When I move the slider, see how it causes the reverb, and I bring it back
Oh,
down.
you sound good over here. I don't have
Yeah,
any audio now. Let's see what else we got
yeah.
here. Who offers team loads lease purchase? I believe that Christensen does over there with James. I think they have team opportunities. I don't know of any company that doesn't offer team opportunities. Every company wants teams if they can get them.
Yeah, man, they want them trucks rolling all the time. Yeah,
Ramon says he's been driving about 25 years, so
25
he's been
years.
in it
Wow.
almost as long as me. I started in December of '96.
Wow. I started in March of '95. Yeah,
Oh wow, you beat me.
it's not by much, but yeah, it's it's been like I've said before, trucking for me. Even though I'm not I don't own my own truck or I don't do a lease purchase. I'm like I said, I'm in a company deal, but still, man, trucking's been good for me. Has it been easy? No. Company driving is hard, man. I mean, because you're always against the clock and you gotta hustle. But it's I've been there so long now. I'm used to how it works and how it operates. If they would just how companies do, man. Sometimes they just change stuff up in the middle of the game. Well, we're going to start doing this now. I'm like, wait a minute, we didn't do that before, but you know.
I was in the middle of watching your episode 2, I think it was.
Episode 1, season 2, trucker.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
With the diesel spill, did they get that cleaned up, or what'd they do?
Yeah, they did. Cause see, that was when I started filming that episode. That was on a Sunday, so there's nobody there. The only people that show up are like me and a few other drivers. That our week starts on Sunday and wraps up on Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever you want to call it. And when I started to film, I could smell that diesel odor in the air, and I thought, man, did somebody leave their their diesel cap off, their fuel tank or something, and I looked on the ground, and I said, is that diesel or is that oil? And I said, man, that looks fresh. And they took care of it. They because there wasn't nobody, I could tell it, nobody was there, and the shop's closed, there's nobody there. And
did they have to bring in a hazmat crew?
I hadn't seen one. I haven't seen one.
It was a lot of diesel.
It was a lot, and in the video, I walk up to the truck, and it was actually leaking from a fuel tank, a diesel tank, and it was just dripping. And I was like, "How long has this been going on, man?" And so yeah, it was
Well, what got me? It was under cars and everything, and like nobody other than you thought to think, "Hey, this is a problem."
Yeah, I was like, man, this could be a huge fine or some trouble. But but yeah, somebody said something. I didn't say anything because I didn't. I was like, I'm going to be out of here in a couple of minutes, and when I get back, the management will be here. So, and then drivers are coming in. So yeah, but it doesn't look like that now. They attended to it. However they did, but. But yeah, it was something, man. I was like, wow, that's not normal.
Let's see what else we got here. Somebody asked why I didn't kill your mic and have you call in, just so everybody knows. On StreamYard, unless you have a mixer and stuff like Joe does, it's pretty difficult to tie a call in. I'd have to hold the phone up to the microphone, and it's a big hassle.
The mic at your face, yeah.
It's not as easy as like calling a radio station or something. And I'm looking at some other streaming services as well, but I don't know if any are better than StreamYard. This is what all the cool kids use.
It's a great way to stream live if you don't have a lot of subs on your channel. You can stream live on YouTube and Facebook and other platforms at the same time if you want.
Well, I found out I've got a lot of people watching, but most of them fall asleep during the show. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I heard you say that on your show the last show you did. You said I have the like the 7:30 crowd or something. People go to bed at about 7.
Yeah,
and I was not me. I'm out here driving all night. But
it's the same crowd that used to watch Lawrence Welk and go to bed. Now they watch my videos and they fall asleep. Yeah,
Lawrence Welk. Yeah, I remember that show. Oh my God.
That I'm telling my age for sure.
Me too, man. People are like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah, these younger people are like, Lawrence Welk, is he on
Yeah,
YouTube?
you have to get on YouTube and look that up. Yeah.
He probably is on YouTube now. I tried lease purchase and did everything right and still didn't make enough money. Company
Ooh,
drivers were making more than me. Yeah,
wow,
that can definitely happen.
man.
Um, one thing I've noticed is a lot of people don't know what to look for when they are trying to select a lease purchase, and maybe I need to do a recorded video about that and kind of talk about what to look for and what not to look for. But like I said, these days I'm trying to steer everybody into just getting their own truck. And let's see,
I bet you noticed a big difference when you did that, didn't you? From
as far as
the lease purchase
it's
thing to getting your own truck, was did you see a major jump towards your benefit?
well, when I bought that Volvo, I saw a big difference in the way that companies treat you
Oh, okay.
because like if you're at a company in a lease purchase truck and you get into a squabble with them, they're like, well, bring our truck back. All of a sudden it becomes their truck
Oh,
again.
wow.
And when you've got your own, they're more worried that you'll take your toys and go to another playground.
Oh, okay.
And
You have
so
a.
there is a little bit more respect, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see here. What did I miss? I went down to get this one. Christian, yeah, I sent him a text. He probably gonna give you a call tomorrow because it's already 5 o'clock over there, and they work bankers hours. But if you don't hear from him by like say noon tomorrow, holler at me again, and I'll reach out to him or I'll give you his number. But he should be getting back to you. He usually pretty quick about that. And the other question Christian had, no, I haven't said yet, but I probably will in the coming weeks.
Mm.
I don't even know if Joe knows. Joe, do you know where I'm at now?
No, sir, I do not. I
Wow.
do not.
I I thought when Joe announced that he had quit his job to do YouTube full time, that I told him, well, I've still got to keep working at company ABC, but evidently I hadn't even
Uh,
told Joe yet.
no, I haven't. I haven't. I haven't. I've kind of laid back, man. 'Cause I know you've been busy doing stuff, so I haven't. That's why I haven't really called or done a lot. 'Cause I know you got a lot going on. And then when you sent me
Look
that
at the
message
bags
today, I
under.
said, he said, he said, I've been up for X amount of hours. I was like, what in the world? And I said, you're going to go live? That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, man, there's no way I go. But
Well, I didn't go Tuesday, and I got a couple of really nasty messages about how dare you not go live. I was looking forward to today's show, and
hey, I didn't. I'm not going to send a nasty message, but I did look. I said, "Man, isn't he supposed to be on now?" And I looked, and you had the community post saying that you couldn't do it. And I said, "Oh, okay." So,
that's what I should do. I should start doing recorded videos and then put the lives on Patreon or something.
oh my God,
Nobody would watch. Nobody would watch. I'd be there like, "Where's everybody?"
you're all alone.
Oh, that's cool. See, I need those cool gadgets
Oh man, yeah.
because, oh man, that's you got too much entertainment there. By the way, Joe builds. You can see some behind him, but he
Oh
did a
yeah,
video. He built
yeah,
a really cool guitar, and I don't see
yeah.
that blue one I like. Did you
The
sell it?
no, I put it back in the case. The that wood one right there. I built that last weekend, and yeah, I got that one. And I was up. I was on the phone with another truck driver friend of mine named Ricky. I'm going to be interviewing him on my channel day after tomorrow, Saturday night, as a matter of fact. And I was on the phone with him that whole time, and I was putting all that stuff together and getting it, and got done about 5 in the morning, and then I went to bed. So, but that's my
Wow.
usual. That's my usual schedule. I usually get home about 5:30 or 6 in the morning. So, yeah.
If I'm ever awake at 5:30 in the morning, there's something wrong.
Yeah, you're on a completely different schedule than I am. So yeah,
Something bad has happened.
so something's wrong. Yeah.
I was team for 9 years, making 2,100 a week, 6 to 7,000 miles a week.
Wow.
Just got tired. Company put you with a rookie driver.
Oh man.
Yeah, nothing like sleeping behind a guy that's been driving 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine.
Mm.
Oh man.
better make sure you're right with your family and everything before you go to sleep
Oh,
behind that guy.
oh man. Oh no, there was a time when we would get new drivers. I mean, we still do. We got a lot of turnover rate right now because those guys don't want to work those hours and work that schedule. But because the milk business is is different, than other things. You got early hours and a lot of things you deal with. But I remember years ago there was this one guy that he had just started, and we would get to a store to unload because you have to unload your own product. There, they don't do it for you. You have to do it yourself, and racks of milk and all this stuff. And that guy was moving slow. I was like, man, why does he? He would just kind of walk, moving all slow and all this. And I was like, come on, man, we gotta get this stuff unloaded so we can, get to the next stop because you're always trying to get ahead of other vendors and all that stuff. Because if you get stuck behind them, you're gonna be at the store for 3 hours just for one drop, unload. And but anyway, and he just acted weird. And but I never let him drive. I never. He rode with me for like a week, and I never let him drive. And he went to the management, and the manager at the time, he don't work there no more now. But the manager at the time said, "Well, are you ready to do it?" He said, I guess. I don't know. And he said, "What do you say that for? Is Joe not let you drive?" He said, "No." So he called me in the office, and he said, "How come you ain't let him drive?" I mean, he wasn't standing there. He had already left the guy. And I said, "Nah, man." I said, "Nah." I said, something about him just ain't right." And at the time, they had issued me a sleeper, and I had that for years. And then they took him all away when a new management came in. But anyway, I said, "Nah, something about him. It just don't, something ain't right." And so they took him and put him with somebody else, and they didn't stick nobody else with me. Because I was like, "Nah, man, I don't trust that cat, man." Because like you said, if he don't have a lot of experience, and if something happens, they're gonna pull me in the office, man, and rake me over the coals. And I said, "Nah." So I drove, and that guy slept until we got to the store for
You
about a
just
week or two.
never know how he's going to react in a high pressure
I'm
situation, and
telling you, man.
you don't want to find out with your life on the line.
No, sir. So
Let's see what we got here. I may not be a great help on this question. I'd love to get somewhere doing oversize. I hear it pays very good. Who know a company who's reputable who does the low boy moves?
mm,
I would think Landstar does a lot of specialized stuff, but you're going to have to get your own truck. And
wow,
like I said, Avery will help you with that. Uh, and Avery may know some companies that are good for it, but I know Landstar does a lot of specialized stuff. And I'd
right,
probably recommend them more for that than I would for dry van.
right, right.
And we rarely get through a show that we don't talk about this next subject. I saw Jason is teaming. Yeah, Jason is teaming with a good friend of his, a guy I had honestly never heard of, and I should have. A guy named Stuart, the hobby trucker, I think's his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
They're running team stuff. It looks like they're also on the spot market, and they seem to be doing really well by all accounts. And they're working for a company out of Florida called Patriot something,
Mm,
company I'd never heard of, but wish them the best. I unfortunately I don't. I'm not in the circle. I don't hear a lot about that, and I don't know anything about the company they went to. I tried to pull the safer score and I couldn't find anything. So yeah, I can confirm that that's what they're doing because I've seen it in their videos, and I wish them the best.
wow,
Christian says no echo there, so we
good.
got all the audio fixed. But man, I wanted to hear some music
Yeah.
tonight. I even called my uncle. I was like, "You got to listen tonight."
Oh,
Joe's gonna be,
oh
and
man. Yeah. I have a lot of gear here, and I have things set up a certain way, so when I go live, it's all ready to go. And I would have to sit here for a few minutes and try to figure out the old setup because that's what I'd have to do. And I was trying to do that, but it's just there's cables everywhere, and I have to just mess with it. And it's hard to do when you're under pressure because
uh,
I can't remember what goes to what on the old setup. I just always use my new setup, but we'll get it sometime.
we'll get it one day. We'll have music on here. And if you've got to hear some of Joe's music tonight, you can always head over to his YouTube channel. He's
Yeah.
got a lot of 80s music on there that's freaking awesome. He just
Thanks,
did a
man.
Vixen song the other day, and I thought
Yeah.
I was the only one that knew about Vixen. I thought everybody else had forgot about him.
Boy,
They got a lot of good songs.
they had some great songs, and the funny thing, that biggest hit they had, "Edge of a Broken Heart," they didn't write that. Richard Marx wrote that, and
Really?
yeah, Richard Marx wrote it, and just for a throwback here, I know might sound silly, but if you pull that video up, "Edge of a Broken Heart," you'll see a quick cameo of Richard Marx kissing one of the chicks in Vixen, and it's in black and white. It's just real quick. But yeah, he wrote that song. Yeah, he wrote it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. They were on an MTV show. I forget what it was, where they would go around and try to get old bands back
yeah,
together.
yeah. I watched that. And actually, it's old. That episode's pretty old, but cause
It is.
the guitar player, God rest her soul, she passed away from cancer, and yeah, so it was that was a great episode. They still played. I'm glad they got together and got one last hurrah in there. And
They still sounded good too. They still
they did.
sounded like
They sounded
like they were
awesome.
in the 80s.
Yeah, they sounded awesome. Yeah, they did.
A one and a two.
Yeah.
Nothing, no echo. Good deal. Groucho Marx. Yeah.
Oh
How many people
Lord.
here? How many
Oh,
people here know who Groucho Marx
I
is?
I remember that. My parents would watch that the old reruns when I was a kid. Yeah.
That was the younger crowd, though. The older crowd watched Lawrence Welk. My grandparents watched them.
Man, when I had to spend a night with my grandparents when I was real young, and they lived, well, actually it was like a trailer park, but back then it was actually really nice. And I remember the name. It was called Lamplighter Village. I don't know how I remember that, but and I would go over there to spend the night. And that was back in the day, man, when you had like 3 channels on the TV, 4 if you count a PBS channel, and that was their thing. They would watch Lawrence Welk, and then they'd watch the news, and then the next day my grandpa watched Gunsmoke, and then watch the news, and that was it. And there was nothing to do. So I would sneak out. Not sneak out, but I would go outside and play. And the neighbor behind them, there was like a hill in their backyard. It kind of went like this and went down. And the neighbors behind him, they were older people too, but he had a garden. And I would go and I'd try to crouch down and I'd go in his garden and try to pick something. And he would, I was only like 6 years old, man. I was just a kid. And then I'd hear, "Hey, get out of that garden." You hear that? Because he was looking at me through the window. I didn't know that, it could, But I that's the memories I have of that, trying to get a tomato or something out of his garden or whatever, and then he would yell at me, and I'd run back in, and then
Getting caught in a bear trap.
and, yeah, it was different back then, man. It was totally different. My buddy and I were talking last night, coming back down the road, how your neighborhood has changed where you grew up. It's not the way it was, and instead of a neighborhood now, it's just the hood. It looks. It's starting to get pretty bad. But that was back in Charlotte, and I haven't been back there in many, many years.
Let's see here. Fly Rabbit, give me a call. I'm looking for a good lease deal. Hey, Fly Rabbit, if you're still in here, screenshot that and give him a call. I've got his number too. I know I'm supposed to call Fly Rabbit after the show. I'll give you his number if you're not able to catch it here.
Cool.
Forward air, Miami, Florida to Ohio, then Seattle, Washington, then Los Angeles, then back to Ohio, 4 weeks out.
Mm.
Dang, that's stretching your legs. That's a run right there.
Mm-hmm. You ain't kidding.
You go everywhere but the electric chair in that one.
Oh, Lord. Man. Oh, my
I told you, no sleep. I'm going to be crazy tonight.
He's wound up, boy.
I'm wound up. These green drinks here are V8 energy drinks.
Oh, Lord.
Or not energy. They're regular V8.
I was about to say, I know you're not doing no monster drinks, man. Come on now.
No.
You got to get some sleep.
We're in a different era in trucking, so I'm not taking any of the high-speed chicken feed.
Oh, man.
But I'm drinking I'm drinking enough caffeine to, I don't know, wake the dead or something. Let's see.
Wake the dead.
Yeah, Gary Cook says Landstar, maybe Mercer would have some stuff like what you're looking for there, Christian. So you may give them a shout too. And, Mercer may even have a lease purchase. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Somebody else said Quickway is a good company. So if you got a pen and paper, write some of these down or watch the video again. I recommend all of y'all do that, by the way. Even if you don't watch, just let my videos play on a loop. It's okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're like cleaning your house or something, play Joe's videos where he's rocking out. You'll have
There
some
you go.
music while you're
Yeah.
cleaning your house. Joe
Oh,
won't
man.
mind at all.
No, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Mercer too oversized. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Mercer. Hello, Red Raider Reloading. Uh,
Hello.
he and I used to work together at a company in Lubbock. I
Right.
had a
Yeah.
really gravy job, and at times I kind of wish I'd have stayed there. But uh, yeah, I was home every other day, and I think he still works there. But
Mm.
yeah, he's a good dude. But I got one problem with Red Raider Reloading.
Uh-oh.
He did a giveaway on his channel, and I
Oh.
didn't win.
Oh.
and and I thought, knowing him, being good friends, I thought the drawing would be rigged, but I didn't win crap. So Red Raider, we need to do another drawing where I win. And
Guaranteed. Yeah.
I got suggestions. It could be a Harley. It could be
Good
a
Lord.
nice convertible, anything like that. I'm
Oh
in.
my God. Nothing big. Just small
Yeah.
request.
Any of you guys doing a drawing, rig it to where I win. Come on now.
Like on that episode of Andy Griffith, remember where the Jinx was on there and he was messing everybody up and they got rigged it where he won.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Somebody else said combined transport for low boy. They will train you.
Oh,
Excellent company. My brother drives for them. Hey, Christian,
go.
if you're still in here, write down combined transport too.
there
That's
you go.
that's one thing I like about this channel is if somebody's got an issue, we got a lot of people willing to help,
Right.
and we don't have a lot of smart comments like some of the other channels have. Hey, my good friend Red Raider says, "Hey, Joe Wentz, have listened to
Martin Miller,
Miller.
Band.
Yep.
No,
Have you
I
listened
haven't.
to them?
I have not. No, sir. I haven't. Red Raider. I can't say that I have, sir.
I'll have to check them out. I've never
I have
even
to-
heard of them.
Yeah, I haven't either. I have to give them a listen. Yeah.
Michael says he's watching Gunsmoke right now, so
Wow.
there's a ringing endorsement for my channel. My channel is so good it'll make you watch Gunsmoke.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm
Here,
just giving
kitty,
you a hard
kitty.
time. Yeah, no kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time, Michael.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy, yeah. My
Oh,
wife
man.
the other day, she's like, "Yeah, I fell asleep during your show." I was like, I'm gonna get that put on a T-shirt when I start
Oh.
selling merchandise. I'm gonna get like a shirt that's for like a sleep aid, make it look
Yeah.
like a sleep aid, and
Yeah.
put Trucker Todd on YouTube underneath it or something.
When you can't sleep, turn on Trucker Todd LLC.
Yeah, putting people to sleep since 2020.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Man.
Yo, Todd and everyone, shut down for the night in Kentucky. Great to see you rolling again. Only 2 thumbs up and one's mine.
Oh wow.
Let's
Come on,
go,
man.
y'all. Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
because they're watching Gunsmoke and they're,
Like falling
couple of
asleep.
them
Yeah.
a few of them are watching Lawrence Welk on YouTube. About half are asleep. When
Oh, God.
we get a lot on the replay though, so hopefully those
Oh.
thumbs up will come up.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah, man.
and if not, I'll create a bunch of fake accounts and I'll give myself thumbs up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Lord have mercy. Where there's a will, there's a way.
yeah, no kidding. Steven says, "Hello, Trucker Todd. Hey, thanks for being here."
Hey, Steven, how you doing, man?
And Red Raider says he'll do it. He'll give me a sympathy thumbs up.
Okay.
So I appreciate. I might have to beg for him, but I still appreciate every thumbs up. And
Absolutely, man.
if you're watching this video and the guy beside you falls asleep, nudge him, wake him up.
Hey, oh, man.
Hey,
Come
he's
on,
not
man.
over yet. There's one more corny joke right around the corner.
Oh, man. Lord
Here's
have
another
mercy.
one for you, Christian. ATS Specialized does oversize. Uh, Man, can y'all imagine if I pulled flatbed
Mm,
at my age? I'd get out there. I'd fall off the
I
trailer.
couldn't do it. I did that for about 5 years. From 90 to 95, I did it, and I had enough of it. And that
This
was it.
body was not designed for manual labor. It was designed. It was designed for your more supervisory type positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm I'm
Oh,
great at pointing and going, "You're doing that wrong."
hey, come here.
That- Hey, yeah, come here. Don't do it like that.
Let me show you the
Oh,
correct way. Oh, my
I like
gosh.
that thing. I'm gonna have to get one, but the problem would be I wouldn't drive. I'd just sit there and talk to myself all day in the deep voice.
Truck drivers will do that. I've been
uh,
guilty of that a time or two.
as Tim pointed out earlier, I already argue with myself. Then I just outright talk to myself all day.
Oh, man.
The submarine imploded today.
Oh,
5 people
man.
killed.
I saw that on the news. That's horrible, man.
I hadn't been on the news at all today.
Oh,
I
man.
delivered that load and went to bed, or tried to.
That was horrible,
Booked the
man. I
load
was
and
like,
went to bed.
man, I
Where
couldn't
was
believe
that
it.
at?
They were, from what my wife was telling me now, I didn't research anything, but I think from what my wife was saying, there was a submarine of the 5 people, and they were trying to go down to research the Titanic. The
Oh, I did
remains of
see
the
that.
yeah, and they somehow they got stuck or something, and they couldn't get out, and all the oxygen ran out, and then that horrible thing happened.
Dying
And
of basically suffocation. That'd be a terrible
that's
way to go.
that's just horrible, man. And I was like, I told my wife, I said, can they not do something to get something down there with all the technology we have today? And apparently they couldn't. That's just, man, I hated to see that.
Crazy.
Hated to see that.
Speed Shifter's here. Hey, thanks for coming in.
Hey, speed shifter.
And Red Raider says he'll do a giveaway. He'll give some bills away. Well, I've got some to donate. It, as I said at the start of the show, man, I'll make $2,000 and boom, there's $2,000 worth
Oh
of bills.
man, it fast as you make it, it's gone. Man,
It's crazy.
yeah.
And but I like what I'm doing. I'm making money at maybe not quite as much as what I made at Swift, but definitely a respectable income. I'm just blowing it faster than I can make it.
Right.
Title question. My local DMV wants me to get a business license to transfer my title into my LLC name. Have you heard of this before? No, but each state's a little different. I couldn't tell you for sure. Now I did on mine on the Volvo. I did have my LLC, so I put it as Trucker Todd LL. No, I didn't either. I did the Volvo right before I got my LLC, so I did it under my full legal name.
Oh.
But this Kenworth I'm sitting in now, when I got this truck, I did put it under Trucker Todd LLC. So it just depends on your state. And I found out when I did Texas that the fees vary from county to county. So some counties are like $25 and some are $33. And I thought living in Lubbock in a big county it'd be more, but it was actually the cheaper deal.
Wow.
So the dealership got a $5 refund check. I'd have been like, keep it. It's cost you more to mail me $5 than it's worth. Miami companies, most of them, no good bunch of liars. No, I've been living in Miami 30 years. Yeah, I would say the same thing for the foreign-owned Chicago-based companies. Be real careful if you're going to work from any of those. I know a couple of you have messaged me and said, I worked for this company for 2 years and they were great. And of course, there's going to be exceptions to the rules. I'm just kind of giving you a general thing to look at. It's hard for a guy in Serbia or Hungary or somewhere like that to be aware of FMCSA rules
Hmm.
and traffic. We lost Joe for a second. Maybe. Oh,
I'm
there
right.
he is.
I'm right here. Might be a little internet issue. Todd's freezing up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go.
I can't put any comments up.
There you are. Now you're unfrozen.
What's going on?
Got it. Might be internet
I can't
messing with
hear
you.
anything or see anything.
Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. I can hear you. Oh, man. Hey, it's the Joe Show. Welcome, everybody. Oh, man. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Gotta connect your microphone. Connect your microphone on the. Go to your settings and make sure your headset is connected for a Bluetooth headset.
Okay, I'm back.
There you go. Now, now
Sort
you're
of.
back.
It turned my headset off when it kicked me out.
Oh wow, it just disconnected, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. This is like Technical Tuesday all over again.
The joys of streaming live, man. Yeah.
Somebody said I'd be a little skinnier if I did flatbed. No, because I'd fall off the trailer and die. I'd be a little bit deader.
Oh man.
I just I don't have coordination or nothing anymore. I'm not like my mind. I was talking about this with somebody the other day. My mind thinks I'm 23.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My body thinks I'm 85.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the same thing. I can't move like I used to could. Just can't do it.
Scorpion Trucker says audio is good. He's another one. I don't know if you've ever checked out his channel. He's
No
like a
sir.
gourmet chef on his truck.
I heard you talk about him on your last show. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Like,
Yeah.
and he does diet and exercise and all that. But
Yeah.
he's already skinny. It but yeah, he
Wow.
he can cook on his truck. If I ever win the lottery, if I ever become really wealthy, I'm gonna hire him to be my head chef
Oh wow. There
at
you
my
go.
estate in the hills.
That stayed in the hills. There you go.
Yeah,
Man.
he will be my gourmet chef. The man
Yeah.
can cook.
That's awesome, man.
And
That's
and
awesome.
while I want Red Raider Reloading to do a giveaway, I want Scorpion to invite me to a cookout.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, I'll even
That would
bring
be
some of the food.
that's awesome, man. Yeah.
No
Absolutely.
research, rich people they pay 250K each to go see the. Oh wow, people pay two hundred and fifty
Yeah, I don't
thousand dollars.
I don't yeah, I don't know all the details. I'm just kind of heard bits and pieces that a submarine was involved. People paid to go down there. They went to try to look at the Titanic and some problems came up. That's all I know.
If you want to see the underwater wreckage, just watch the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. They show it all. It's like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
that way you're not
Yeah.
risking your life.
Oh, yeah.
You sh-
16,000 feet from the Titanic. Wow. Like I said, I didn't research anything, man. I'm just going by what my wife said she heard on TV. So,
yeah, I used to do research, and I found it's a lot more fun to just comment on stuff I know nothing about. And so
keep people busy, man.
yeah,
Hey,
the-
that's not what.
yeah, no,
Oh Lord,
I'm
I'm
joking
kidding,
about a
man.
really tragic thing.
No, no,
I
no,
need
no,
to
no.
look
I
into.
wasn't. I wasn't making fun of that at all. No, 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 no.
Joe's mic sounds great, but Todd, you need to get a new mic set up. Get a Blue Yeti. I actually have three Bluetooths. This is the one I use for the YouTube stuff, and normally I get a lot of compliments about it. I don't think it's actually the mic tonight. I think it's my internet.
Yeah.
and everybody else says it's sounding good. So
Oh,
it
thank you,
may
man. Yeah.
it
It's
may be
different.
what
It's different
he's
when you're in the
criticizing.
truck. When you're in the truck on the road, you kind of have a different setup. You know.
Does mine sound okay on your side,
I think
Gerald?
it sounds great. Yeah, it sounds great.
So it may be Christians because he's thought we've both sounded bad at different times
Oh,
tonight.
I don't know. It could be the internet messing with it too. It just there's all kind of variables involved with live streaming.
And
When,
StreamYard likes to screw up too.
yes, yeah,
Let's
they
not leave them out of it.
talk about glitchy, man. Golly.
For less than $100 a month, they'll help you have a really bad experience.
Thank you for that unsolicited testimonial.
I guess at this point in the video, I should mention that StreamYard is not a sponsor of this
No,
video.
they are not. They
nor,
are not. No.
nor do they endorse any of my comments.
The comments are from the. How do they say? Comments are just your opinion only, or whatever. Have nothing to do with anything.
The views expressed by the hosts are
Yeah.
solely the views.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Yeah, that's
At
awesome.
250K just to go and die. Yeah, you never know when it's your time to punch out.
Man, that's sad, man. Golly.
Yeah, stay away from Chicago too. Yeah, I would bet Miami's kind of the same type deal. You just we have the internet now. When I started truck driving, we had Windows 95, but it wasn't like it is
Oh
now.
man, no.
And so do your research before you go to any company. And
Yes. Yeah.
I've talked about where I went to a few companies out of desperation. Never go to a company out of desperation. Do your research. Know what you're walking into. It's fine to work for a company that's a train wreck, but know it's a train wreck before you get there.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't find out in orientation.
When it's too late. Yeah. Don't. Oh man.
I was told I hauled oversized every day.
Oh man. Wait a minute. That deserves a.
Well,
Oh
we're
Lord.
about to really have a trucker shortage because all these people are becoming comedians.
Uh oh. Open mic.
Bah ha ha ha. Open mic.
There you go.
We're here all night. Hi Joe. Show. I've been trucking 35 years. Do I need professional help?
No, that's awesome. 35 years. Wow.
No, it
Man.
just shows that you have poor decision making skills.
Oh man. Nah, it's something, man, about driving, isn't it? I mean, after you do it for a certain amount of time, and I've thought about this plenty of times. I'm like, what else could I do? I mean, uh, I don't really have any other special skill set.
Well, I've been kind of practicing and thinking about that because health wise, I'm a ticking time bomb. I could go at any time. So,
Oh man,
uh,
don't say that,
I
man.
I'm thinking maybe like a Walmart greeter. So I've been practicing. Welcome to Walmart.
Welcome to Walmart. Yeah, I actually went there today, man. I had to get some. Uh, thank the Lord I was off tonight because I had to. We had an issue with the facility in there, and I was trying to work on it and had to tear stuff apart. And oh my God! And I just got finished in time, and I said, "Oh man, I ain't even ate dinner, so I won't be on here much longer. We hadn't even ate or
Oh
nothing."
yeah.
And
Well, tell me when you got to check out, or you can eat in front of us. That's
no,
okay too.
no, I'm gonna. My wife's gonna. We're gonna. I got one of those big pizzas from Walmart at the deli, the big,
Oh
big
yeah.
ones. Those things are really good, and I bought one of those to have tonight. And we was working. I was working in the facility, like I said, and one thing turned. It was like chain reactions. Like, well, this you need to fix this. I was like, oh my God, I got to go live with Todd tonight. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make it.
Huh.
And so
Charlie says he was asking for a friend.
I gotta go, Todd. Something's wrong. I gotta go.
Okay, I'll see you. Bye.
All right, bye bye.
Well, that was kind of weird. He had to leave quickly, but we'll keep going. Hopefully everything's okay there, and I know he'll come back if he can. Let's see what we got here. Good thing about the implosion was it happened so quickly they felt nothing. Yeah, hopefully. Man, I saw something about it, but I didn't get a chance to really delve into it. Now I know what happened. That's terrible. It's called Cordell Truck Sales in Dubuque, Iowa. But it's really kind of pointless to look at the website because they have a lot of stuff that doesn't make it to the website. They sell a lot of trucks. It's really better to talk to him directly and just tell him what you're looking for. And not all the trucks on the website qualify for the program that I was telling you about earlier. This week is 400 million. Yeah, I saw that on the lottery. I think we should all make a pact here tonight that if any of you win the lottery, you agree to give me half of it. And I think that seems fair. So you guys just make a silent promise to yourself that if you win it all, you're going to share it with your favorite West Texas truck driver. Yeah, exactly. Door greeter at Walmart. That's welcome to Walmart. I think I could do that. The problem I would have would be when somebody wanted to know something where something was. Hey, where's the extension cords? I know it's in hardware, but where's hardware? I get lost every time I go to Walmart. Well, you go 2.5 miles that way, turn right, go a mile and a half that way, and it's on your left hand side. The Walmarts are so huge, and they put stuff like distilled water. There's a great example. They've got it over with like bottled water, but they've also got it in like the baby formula area. So if you show up with wanting distilled water for your CPAP machine, and you go to the bottled water aisle and it ain't there, and you think, oh, they're out, you can go over to the baby formula aisle, and usually they got a whole bunch of it over there that nobody knew it was there. So, well, I hate that he had to leave like that. I hope everything's okay. But we're still plugging along, making sure I'm not missing any of your comments. Anybody else got anything? Before we call it a night, it's a lot more fun when Joe's in here, got somebody to laugh with. But man, I hope everything's all right over there. Other than that, it's been kind of a slow week, not a lot to tell. Freight rates are horrible this week. You have to really dig to find a good one. So Christian got all those company suggestions. Yeah, good luck to you. And like I say, Avery will be. I'm 99% sure he'll get with you tomorrow. And you guys, somebody mentioned it earlier, but let me mention it again. Make sure to give me a thumbs up while you're out there, and it really does help in the algorithms and all that kind of crazy stuff. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so that you'll receive a notification when these videos come out. It's free to do. After you hit subscribe, you got to click the little bell and select all. And I try to do these on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Central. And the main plan is on Tuesdays. That's when I like to interview people. And about half the time I have somebody, and half the time I don't. And then on Thursday, I like to recap the week. And it's usually just me, but we made an exception and brought Joe on tonight. But we're at an hour and 20, and you can tell by my eyes I'm exhausted. I'm probably going to go to bed pretty soon if you guys don't have anything else y'all want to talk about tonight. But I want to thank each of you for coming in. I really appreciate y'all. Sorry we didn't have the music tonight, but hopefully next time we get Joe on, he'll have the equipment structured in a way where we can do it at that time. Y'all take care. Have a great week and weekend. We'll see you next week on Tuesday. Maybe sooner if something happens that we can do a live about. All righty. And Ramon says, y'all have a good night in Oxford, Alabama, waiting to get loaded tomorrow morning back home to Miami. All right, man, be careful. We'll see y'all. This is Trucker Todd, and I'm out of here.